So.
Oh, good job, Mike. Mine's a 68 too.
Well, that's because that's wrong. Last week was 68.
Was
What?
it?
Damn, I didn't
Yeah.
even know.
Let me look at
Congratulations.
this shit.
Yeah. I never get these kind of things wrong.
Wow, yeah, Mike is right. I got to edit my video. Good job labeling it wrong, David.
No, mine last week was 67.
You guys are losing viewers because you're not using
No,
the
mine was
clickbait, all
68
right? Everyone will
last
come
week. I
in
didn't
because they think
change
we're going to be talking about 69. And bring them in. Bring
Yeah.
the
Oh,
people in.
okay. I think it was
Then we'll talk about
mislabeled last
economic
week.
reform for 2 hours.
They'll just come in and they'll type
Right.
nice and then they'll leave. But that engagement is enough. Like, that's all we need.
That's all you need. That's all you need.
Yeah. Yeah. So what has happened this week? You know, it's been, I feel like a really, another week. I don't know. It's raining. I'm trying to remember what happened. There was a lot with regard to like Elon Musk and his burner account being outed. I saw Lance talk about that. There's discourse surrounding Sonia Sotomayor and whether or not she should retire. And liberals have some thoughts about that. I thought that Mehdi Hassan wrote a really great piece about that. You know, it went over okay, but Senate Democrats in particular are pretty pissed off about it. So there's a lot. I don't know where you all want to start today.
Well, we all know Mike hates old people, so I'm sure he wants Sotomayor out of there.
I will say this. I'm really sympathetic to her because in the grand scheme, like comparatively speaking, she's really not that old.
Right.
She's 69, like our episode.
Hey.
But the thing is that she does have a lot of health problems, right?
Mhm.
And so it's not exactly a one-to-one compared to the Ruth Bader Ginsburg situation where she was like 97 and had 84 different cancers. Like, she does have health problems. She's not that old. But I understand, like, Elizabeth Warren, some of the other senators are saying this is like completely unacceptable that people are calling for her to retire. But listen, we have to kind of, this is my thoughts on this, okay? I don't, and look, I like Sotomayor much more than Ruth Bader Ginsburg. But Biden could lose this election. And I don't think that the survivability of Sotomayor, like our right should hinge on the survivability of Sotomayor. So even though like I really do feel bad and sympathize for her, and I understand the argument of the people saying she shouldn't step down, I genuinely think she really should step down. And it pains me to say that. But I mean, there's so much at stake. How much have we lost within just 4 years? You know, how much more? If the 6-3 majority goes 7-2, like how long is it going to take to reverse that? You know, or even get back to the point where there's a 4-4 plus a swing. You know,
listen, I'm sure if she doesn't retire and Donald Trump wins the general election in 2024. I'm sure Trump will respect her wishes and replace her with a nice liberal job. You know? Just like he did with RGB. He respected her wishes, of course.
Yep.
Yeah. We got ACB.
Did I just say
Wasn't
RGB?
that
I did say.
You said
I said,
RGB, yeah.
You said it.
yeah.
That's fine.
That was a
Oh,
dying
good old
wish.
Ruth Gator
Didn't she
Binsberg.
say? Didn't she say something like that? Like my one dying wish is that you don't replace me with like some hardcore right winger.
Oh, did she?
It was something along those lines, or something along the lines of like timing of the election. Something that she said. But
Wait until after the election.
Request was Donald Trump that ignored it right away. You know, Mike, I have to agree with you. You know, it really is a tough spot. But we saw what happened with Ruth Bader Ginsburg. We saw when these positions overall having justices for life, that's a problem in the first place, right? Because now you're right. How long will it take to turn a 7-2 majority court? It would take all of our lifetimes. I mean, right now we're going to be fighting back against these Donald Trump picks probably for the rest of our lives. So if it gets even worse, you know, but unfortunately, the people who have power, they don't think that way. They have power. They want to protect power. And inevitably it comes back to bite them in the butt.
Yeah, and just this article from David Sirota that he shared, really, I think it speaks to that liberal hubris, right? This was from 2013. Stop telling Ruth Bader Ginsburg to retire. Like, I would like to talk to that author now and ask if she still has that same position. Because,
probably, honestly.
I mean, come on. I mean, we lost so much. Just within a year, they messed up so much. Roe v. Wade overturned, affirmative action struck down, discrimination against LGBTQ people affirmed. There's so much, and there's like, this is just like a couple of years into this supermajority. So I just feel like we have to be overly cautious here. And I don't think that the hand wringing that we're seeing from like Senate Democrats is appropriate. Like, at least try to empathize with the people who are making this argument, because the people making this argument, you know, it's coming from a good place. Like, it's not malicious. I could pull up some of the quotes from the Senate Democrats just to kind of give everyone a sense of what they said.
I bet you that author still does feel the same, because a lot of people view politics not as a thing that impacts society, but as like these personal achievements. Like, oh, isn't it amazing that she died while she was still serving? Like, no, that like there's a problem with now the rest of society because she decided not to step down earlier. Like but it's a fundamental difference in the way certain people view politics.
Yeah, and like, I understand this argument. Like Peter Welch says, you know, she's not 70. I might remind some of my colleagues to look around, check their birth certificates. And I understand the argument, but it's a matter of like, are these health issues that she's been experiencing, like, isn't significant enough to merit concern? Dick Durbin says that he wants her to remain on the court. Chris Van Hollen, I think she's doing a great job. Nobody's saying she's not doing a good job. But he's baffled by the chatter. Elizabeth Warren says it's nonsense. Where did this come from? Warren said, I don't want to add any fuel to the fire on this. I think she's doing a great job, and I am grateful for her public service. It's not like they're taking this as some sort of a personal attack against her. And I feel like it's a straw man argument, and they're being purposefully obtuse. Like, they know why we're making this argument, and not me in particular. Nobody's listening to me, but like people who are significant, like Mehdi Hassan, like other even notable liberals, they're making this argument because like it's a matter of life or death for so many people, literally, if she is not able to survive 4 more years. And I'm sure she will, right? But it's just a matter of an overabundance of cautious that we all want to exercise given the era that we're in.
Remember, Mike, voting is strategic. That's why you have to vote for the better of the two evils. But apparently, Supreme Court Justice lifetime picks, that's not strategic. They shouldn't strategically retire. They shouldn't strategically plan out when they retire, so that the president that they want to pick their replacement is in power. That, of course, is not strategic. We'll wag our finger that voting is strategic to the people who don't want to vote for Biden, but we won't do the same for the very powerful judges who have lifetime appointments. It's fucking amazing, isn't it?
Yeah. And like, she's gonna, like, we're not, and this was a point that was made by one of the Daily Show hosts. I don't know his name, the other white guy, but that's not Jon Stewart. But he was saying, like, it's not like we're gonna throw her into like a pit of fire or something. Like, she gets to retire. You know what I mean? Like, she's wealthy. I would retire if I had the ability to do so as early as I could. So people are just like saying, like, hey, spend your golden years enjoying life, long walks on the beach. I don't know, go play Fortnite, whatever you want to do. Sotomayor.
You don't get all those amazing bribes and everything, though, right? Like, don't you stand to make a lot of money when you're on the bench from not bribes, gifts, tons of gifts. You know,
gifts.
If you're Clarence Thomas, yes.
Well, if you're Clarence Thomas, I don't think Sotomayor is doing that.
It's an investment plan.
Yeah, that's
I'm a very simple guy. As long as with Ruth Bader Ginsburg's replacement, I just required that whoever took her place also had 3 names, and we got that with Amy Coney Barrett, so I was fine. And with Sonia Sotomayor, as long as the next justice also shares a name with a Mortal Kombat character, I'm good. So give me like Judge Molina, and I'm good. I'll be fine.
Or 4 syllables in the name too. I'll take that.
Weird rules, but I feel it.
Judge Sub-Zero. Sounds good to me.
Yeah, I feel like
I'm trying to figure out which character is Sotomayor. Help me out. Which one is that?
Yeah, it's been way too long.
Sonya Blade.
Oh,
Sonya Blade.
Okay, gotcha. All right. Sorry.
I haven't played the game in so long. Yeah.
Ben's a boomer. Yeah, I gotta get him. Okay.
Which character?
Yeah. So
is there? So I have a question. Let's say that spot is open. Can Republicans block? Like, use any weird strategery to block the next judge coming on? Because they can stall and stall and stall. That's the one thing I'd worry about, right? Like, that's what
they still hold the Senate. You know, Democrats do hold the Senate right now, and the additional fear is like if they lose the Senate as well as the presidency. You know, so like what the argument is, this is kind of like a small closing window where they have the Senate and they have a Democratic president, to where, you know,